everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be working on week 41 of the Full Duck Challenge. This week's prompt was zigzag. This one didn't throw me. I know what zigzag is. I know how to incorporate zigzag, but if you were to ask me what my favorite patterns were, zigzag would not be in that list. So I don't really own any. I don't own a lot that has zigzag prints in it. So I had to pull out some washi. So this is last week's card 40 for candy. I'm going to be carrying over striped paper, not this striped paper, but just striped paper in general. Here's the striped paper I'm bringing over. And then I'm also going to be using the same number. Not meaning from the same pack. So sort of bringing over the same number, and I'm bringing over striped paper. Because I saw that sometimes it doesn't have to be the exact items, because I wasn't sure how to fit this striped paper into the zigzags I was using, because I went through, I can tell you in all honesty, if I own zigzag paper, it's because whatever was on the other side of that scrapbook paper was what I wanted. But I went quickly through my stuff and I didn't see any zigzags. And so I pulled out some washi, and I happened to have one zigzag print of washi, which is this gold. And so I'm going to be I've already put it onto the papers in the zigzags, because nobody needs to watch me do that. But it's going to be going on here like that. So let me get that started. How is everybody doing today? It has been a good week. Oh, good. I just broke the pin to my glue. Anyone else have problems with their glue getting stopped up? It must be like a change in the weather or something, because I have had this glue for, gosh, I don't know, 6-7 months, and I have not had any problems with it. And then in the last few weeks, it keeps closing up, and it keeps, if I leave it off even 5 minutes, my pin can't get through it. So then I have to wash. The original pin that came with the art glitter glue, the top broke off. The pin part. And I was kind of surprised by that. And and I've had nothing but trouble since that time when because my pin got stuck. Even though, I mean, you can probably see I didn't put the pin in. Usually I put the pin in between when I use it, because I've been so paranoid about it. So I don't know what caused it to do that, and I've had absolutely nothing but trouble since then. But I was getting low anyway, so I have a new one coming to me. I was originally going to just refill it, and then it started having the problems, and so I just ordered a new. I don't know what it is about this. Maybe I need a new metal tip. I don't know a lot about this glue. I just need to look into it a little bit more, I think. But I mentioned in a few videos I've been having, I'm not having a problem with the glue. The glue works fantastic. I love it. It's the best glue. But I've just been having problems with the lid. Anyway, so there's a little bit of zigzag showing. As I said, I'm not a zigzag fan, but sorry, I wanted to put that slightly under there. I have all these tags I was going to add. I cut out, I fussy cut these beetles. I've been reading a book that takes place, part of it takes place back in the King Tut, and it just reminded me of scarabs and beetles, and so I wanted to fussy cut some of those out and use them as my focal point. Sorry, I forgot I was adding in but yeah, there's going to be one, I think two. They're not glued down yet, so they are a little bit weird. Like part of them is going to stick off just because these cards are not very big. Plus I like when things stick off. Anyway, I've had I know in Egyptian King Tut times it was more like scarabs, but they did have beetles. And I've always been really fascinated by the King Tut era. If you don't like bugs, I'm very sorry. These are some creepy crawlies. I like beetles, but if I was visiting somewhere and they had beetles like this and they were walking towards me, you can bet that I would be screaming my head off and running away from them. Because I don't like bugs, period. So, I certainly wouldn't want any of them flying, coming near me. Sorry, I put them down there, but I think I want them a little bit higher. More like that. But I did want his little leg hanging over. Yeah, so I've been reading a book that part of the book takes place during the whole King Tut craze. And then the other half of it takes place in 1978. It's okay. I think I wanted a little bit more of the the King Tut era, and a little more a little more about. I felt that was, they keep going back to it, but it's not really. I don't know how to say it. It's not really. They haven't really involved. It's not like. They're not talking a lot about architecture. I mean, it seems like it was a well-researched book, but I don't know. I think I wanted more about the zigzag. Sorry. Because the main woman is, she was there as a archaeologist. And, can definitely blame Indiana Jones for my love with him. When I was younger, I wanted to be an archaeologist. But then, as I got older, I realized I don't like bugs and stuff, and there's a lot of bugs involved with digging up stuff and being in other countries where, you know, you're not used to those bugs, because you don't even like the bugs in the United States, let alone somewhere else. And I'm one of those people that gets eaten alive by mosquitoes. So Indiana Jones might be afraid of snakes, but bring on the snakes. Just please keep the bugs away. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, guys. My cat has just decided to visit. You need to get down. Thank you. Wow, he doesn't normally jump up there. Sorry about that. He's doing a lot better. And I talked about that. In one of my last videos, he had really been struggling since our other cat passed away. Doing like the weirdest things, like jumping around like the floor was made of lava, and I think he was just afraid that the other cat was gonna, our other cat Huck was gonna jump out of somewhere just because he hadn't seen him, he didn't know where he was. He was very, so there's my label that I use every month, and like I said, this and then the number 41 here. He has definitely been feeling better, and he would not have jumped on my desk last week or the week before. He was still just a little too, I don't know, confused or something. So, but yeah, there we go. Card 41. Did I get that on straight? It doesn't matter. Does anything matter? Zigzag. Bugs probably zigzag a little, but oh, I want to put a number on there. I usually have these things I printed out. Those stickers. Collection number, let's do this one. I have rub-ons, but these are just some, I don't remember where, this is some kind of digital that I bought, but I put it on sticker paper so that I could peel them off as stickers rather than using them as cutting them out for tags or something. I hope everybody's had a good week. I have. So I was working on my fall journal, and I was quite into that. And then I was watching Bellaboo Creations. Bellaboo? Yeah. Belle. She's located in the UK. And she's been working on this thing called Oddtober, and I became kind of, I don't want to say obsessed, because some people take offense to that word. I was like, oh, I have to do this. I have to work on this. And so I've been working on that, not on camera. I've just been doing it for myself. But I'm really behind, because I think today's the 17th, and I'm only on day 10. So I'm still trying to play catch up. Although I think I'm going to film, as soon as I finish card 10, because I'm still working on that one, I think I'm going to film those just so you can see what I've been doing. But the whole thing is it's like, it's sort of a story that you follow, and then most people work in a journal, and Belle, she does tags, but because I'm not obsessed with, greatly inspired by Belle and all the stuff that she does, she made this sort of tag book for Junk Journal January, And I've been wanting to do that, so that's what that's what I've been doing. I've been working on a tag book, and I was going to possibly bring it on screen to show you guys, but I don't have some of the stuff glued down on one of the pages yet, and so knowing me, I would then knock it, and I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just figured I didn't have it quite in a position to show you guys. And this way, this is just a short video, and you don't have to look at my Halloween thing if you don't want. So, you know what? I want here. This is my little, whenever I don't use something, I throw it in here, like if I pull it out or something. So I've been trying to use more. I don't even know why that's in there. I try not to put little strips of paper because I have a bin for those, but apparently I was just losing it. Anyway, I got that at an estate sale, and I love to use it. I think I want to try and cover up as much of this zigzag as possible. That's what I feel like I'm doing, sorry. Just trying to see if I wanted a little bit of, or I could do a little bit of a, hold on a second. I know, did I just tell you I was going to be quick and this was going to be over? Hi, Toby. But I was thinking of putting, not that I can find anything quick because, you know, I just said, let me find this real quick. Sorry, got this is my rub-on tray. Well, one of them. I have another. Oh, I was thinking of putting a little bit of stitch on there without having to actually. I don't know how to sew very well, and so my husband, he's the sewer. And I just need, I mean, I've been sewing on more projects, but I just need him to show me how to change the thread. I don't know how to rethread a machine, and I wanted black, but then next month I'll want like red or something because it'll be Christmas. Sorry, I don't know why this is not coming out. So crazy. I just wanted a little bit of so I don't have any black stitch. I don't have any black thread in there, so I don't want to wait. I just want to get, what is this going on here? It's supposed to be a sticker, okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of, I just want to put a little bit of stitch right here. I just think it would be, and I may put a little one there. I just think it would be a nice accent. I thought these were rub-ons, but they are actually stickers. Just see, it looks like a little bit of stitching right there, which is also a zigzag. Now I will say, sorry, I'm gonna change what I just said. I do like a zigzag stitch. I just would never wear a shirt with a zigzag pattern. It's not me, and I don't necessarily like it for my papers. I prefer stripes. I prefer circles. Circles are my favorite pattern. maybe I just put more. I think this actually needed more. But a zigzag stitch, I'm all over that. That's my favorite. So, I'm a complicated woman. I had a friend, well, actually she got mad at me, but I had a friend who got so annoyed with me because I am so weirdly peculiar like that. And in that case, she was going to make blueberry pancakes, and I said, oh, no, thank you. She was going to make that, because we had stayed over, we had a big sort of adult slumber party for New Year's one year. And they were going to make Denver omelets, and they were going to make blueberry pancakes. And I was like, that's okay, I don't need anything. Because I don't like a lot of stuff in my eggs. Like, I love everything that goes into a Denver omelet. I'm sorry, this is like really creaking. I was trying to get it put away, but I don't know what's going on with that wrapper. I can't get it all wrapped back up now. I like everything in a Denver omelet, but I don't like Denver omelets. I like my eggs to be pretty simple: spinach, eggs, cheese. That's about. Sometimes ham or bacon you could put in there, but I don't want bell peppers and onions. I don't like any of those in my eggs. And I don't eat blueberry pancakes. It's a textural thing. I like blueberry waffles. I don't like blueberry pancakes. And it's very weird. And I'm sure I'm, I don't know, neurodivergent or something. I just know what I like and what my body doesn't like. And my body doesn't like to chew on mushy blueberry pancakes. So that's what I'm getting at, is that's how I don't like the zigzag pattern. I avoid it at all cost, except when it comes to sewing. Then I like it. So I'm going to try and stick another pin in this glue and see if I can. Wait, see, it went in there just fine, but the other one really stuck. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, you guys don't need to hear about my glue drama. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so there we go. Card 40, card 41. I have a tiny bit of zigzag there. I have a little bit of a zigzag stitch there. And yeah, I got some bugs because I have scarabs and beetles on the mind today. Yeah, and so the carryover was striped paper, even though it's not the same striped paper. I'm just going with striped paper, but these are also the same numbers. So, and then my usual label, and then that's a label too. It's just not one that I filled out. So yeah, all right. There we go, guys. Week 41 done. And now I can obsessively get back to my tag book and just forget everything I said about doing a fall. Here, I'll give you guys a little peek. So here's, it follows a storyline. So, but it's a whole tag book. It's going to be super thick when I'm done because it's already starting to fatten up and I'm only on day 10. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. I'll see you in a few days for Marguerite Miller, and probably the first 10 pages of the hashtag the Oddtober 25 that I'm currently doing on my own without filming any of it. Because it takes me a full probably 5 to 6 hours to do 2 to 3 of the days. So I don't think anybody wants to sit through that and watch me make errors and stuff. And because I have secret trapdoors that's made out of paper on my tags, and it's a whole thing. So I won't be filming any of those, I don't think, unless I get super caught up and then I can do it on Belle. She does them every day on camera, and I think she's on day 12, and I love it. I love watching her do them, but she's like the master at grungy, very layered, very interesting tags. So anyway, everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I hope wherever you are, you're crafting or having, you know, a good day, even if you're at work. And I'll see you in a few days. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Take care, everyone.